You are here to illuminate, to let your light shine, just as we are here for you, standing by you, letting our light shine. You're here to bring this light to the planet. You could look at it poetically. You're bringing comfort and compassion. You're bringing solace. You're bringing humor. You're bringing something to fill the darkness. You could look at it from the metaphysics of it. There is the need for more consciousness, or the time of more consciousness on the planet, as AI, as technology zooms ahead faster than what any of us had imagined. You're here for another reason, equally important. And that reason is simply to enjoy your life. Enjoy it. You've gone through all the misery and the heartache. You've taken on things that aren't yours, but you are here at this time to enjoy your life, to be in your own grace, to receive, not to have to work at everything, not to have life a struggle, not to get up in the morning and go, oh, another day, to let your energies serve you. So two things. You're here for the illumination, and you're here for joy in your life. So we have a very simple icon for our Illumination series. It's what's called the Hamsa. It's misinterpreted right now as being a symbol to ward off evil. Not at all. Some say that it's a symbol of prosperity and abundance. To a large degree it is, but ultimately, if you go back to the very origins of the Hamsa, all it means is that you are allowing yourself to be in the flow of life, your life. It means you've accepted the divinity, that the seeing eye in the center. You've allowed the flow of grace into your life. This, the Hamsa, is acceptance. Acceptance. I am an embodied master. I allow my divinity, my consciousness, my light. That's it. Spirit in motion. It's living together as the master is the human, as the soul, all together. That's the original meaning of Hamsa. Now, what's interesting to note is that Hamsa is also associated with the Middle East. That's a sacred and holy sign. And isn't that interesting that here we are on this day, and the new war has started in Israel. Now, I'm going to say a few words about it. I want you to understand very, very carefully here. There are no picking sides. It's not what we're here for. What's happening right now is a huge change. A change of history, because this is all based on a long and suffering history on this planet and before. The depths of this conflict go so far back prior to Earth, back into the ancient angelic families. 144,000 angelic families formed, some very large, some not so large. And there was one called Hapiru. Both the Palestinians and the Israelis come from Hapiru, come from this same angelic family, and they have been fighting about as long as any of us can remember. It's a family fight. Brother against brother, sister against sister. It goes way, way back. And the origins of it, the reason for the very fight was in this group of Hapiru, there was basically a desire for acknowledgement. Within that desire to be elite, to be the leaders, there were ones who wanted to be the leaders of the leaders. And the clashes started there. One of the original power clashes in all of creation was right there. And you could say that Hapiru was one of the main reasons, this angelic family was one of the main reasons that everything started slowing down in all of creation. This continued for a long time until finally there was the gathering of the angelic families, the Order of the Ark, that finally said, we have to find a resolution for this. And all the spiritual families agreed, with the exception of one, Hapiru. Hapiru had a huge influence in Atlantis in the end days. They were generally the ones who still controlled things like technology and wealth and physical flow on the planet. They were the leaders of Atlantis, at least in the later days. They're the ones who reserved for technology for themselves. When the religions of this planet formed roughly 5,000 years ago, it was Hapiru who came into those religions right away. Not necessarily to take them over, but to, I guess you could say, take their rightful place. And there's this very region right now of the Middle East, of Israel, of Jerusalem, that became the epicenter, ground zero for your modern religions right now. The tensions have been building for a long time. This isn't the first war or the second, or, this has been taking place for a long time. And what's really happening at the core of things is it's Hapiru fighting Hapiru. It's like Abel and Cain. Cain kills Abel out of jealousy, wanting the respect of God, wanting the acknowledgement that he is the power, not his brother. So you have two brothers fighting. One gets killed. That's, in a sense, the story of Hapiru, but nobody ever dies. They just keep killing each other, if you know what I mean. That's what's going on the planet with this situation right now. This had to come to the surface, and it could be much worse. Fortunately, the increased level of light on the planet is going to create a resolution that occurs much faster, and a real solution, not just a ceasefire. No more on this planet, no more. It simply can't exist. The word, the light, the energy has gone out very clearly to Hapiru from all those ascended masters, all of us. We're not directing our light, but we are making sure that our light is noticed by those who are perpetuating this fighting, who are holding God hostage. Holding God hostage in this land of the Middle East. Not letting the whole concept of God, religion, what is sacred and what is holy, evolve. So in a way, it's not just about Hapiru, it's about all the religions. I say this is probably the second to the last big war in that region. Maybe the last, depends what happens in the next 4 to 5 days in particular. I say that it's the last because there's going to be too much light on the planet. Too much light for that to continue on. With the illumination from conscious beings on the planet right now, with that light coming in, this could be the end of the conflict in the Middle East, of taking God hostage. It could be the end of the Hapiru battle, brother on brother, and finally some type of resolution. That's why this is the Illumination Series. It's simply a matter of you allowing your light to shine. It's a matter of acknowledging this divine flow through you. It's here, my friends. It's absolutely here. And this is the time for doing exactly what you wanted to do. Illumination.